Margaret Ann Windsor, and I'm legal heir to the British Crown. This is, I was brought to Moulton, Alabama in 41 and given the name of a twin, and I'm just going to show Carl, the twin Carl. Both twins were dead. They were born to Lina Dempsey. She killed them. She was unwed. This is me. They brought me across the pond. I assume flew me in at Cortland Air Base. It was just being built there and finished near Moulton. That was a pigsty. There's no other word for it. They didn't have the cars. This was deliberately brought in, the photo made spring of 43. The house, that's just a touch of it, but it's how they treated me. And yes, there were chickens. I can remember baby chickens kept, it was so horrible, the abuse and how they did, but chickens during the winter kept, and where they did it on the floor under where the table where you ate. You know what, most of these would have said I was a lie. No, I haven't lied about anything. It's odd when you confront people. I didn't find out about my kidnapping until 83. When I was flown out to Larry Flint's. It was after then, in a campaign, and he says here in this endorsement, I know who's responsible for his shooting, Larry McDonald, congressman, doctor. So that he was, the person that shot him was programmed to, and I had written about mind control murders. Larry McDonald was in the book, along with some other names. But I was in that campaign, started finding out about my kidnapping, and I'd had antifreeze put in me April Fool Day of 80. I thought it was because of the book about mind control, because you can modify behavior, you can program someone to go out and shoot, you can rearrange their memory. And I know the media knew about my kidnapping and my father and mother and my name long before I did, probably when it happened in 41. And they've covered it up. So I guess the point I want to make here, if I haven't made it, is the media is so responsible in all of this for deleting news and focusing on something like the Kaylee. And I know people will hate me for this, they do anyway, and I haven't committed a crime. Mueller, that they call her compassionate and caring, and the media is really making a hero out of her, when I hope that the world has to see what they've done to me. And as far as ransom money, the United States doesn't pay it. They sure collected it all my life off of me. And they fixed it so that the British couldn't come after me, really. They tied they have the best they could, and they've certainly done a hell of a job, or I wouldn't be alive. And some of the Americans, but the Germans, my family helped. And I don't know where my sons are, Mark and Scott, and there was a 99-year seal put on the forced takedown of my father, Edward VIII, who never married this spy, this divorcee spy. She married a double. My father was married to Claudia Ruth O'Keefe from Madison, Wisconsin, sister to Georgia O'Keefe, the artist. She was Irish, American, and Catholic, I believe. I don't have a picture of my mom. This is Elizabeth, the illegal and member of the people that kidnapped me, the Freemasons, Rockefellers, Bilderbergers, otherwise known as the New World Order or the Illuminati. This is her dad, illegal. And the movie, The King's Speech, did not tell one bit of the truth. It was the opposite of what they did to my father. They lied about my father, and they made him out to be a hero. He helped take down his own brother. He helped kidnap me, Victoria II, and put a 99-year seal on it. He helped the Illuminati, the Kennedy clan, who was ambassador appointed by Roosevelt. Now then, during my kidnapping, so now I've told all that. I wrote about mind control murders. I said that, and there's lists. It's a murder weapon that's hard to prove, but the ones I've talked about and told about can be. But I guess also what I'm mumbling here a little bit, I'm trying to get it on without making another tape and make my point. It's how they describe me and what they've done to me, the horrific crimes, over my life and to my kids and my country, and the bond between the special bond is because you took down my father, you kidnapped me, and you have tortured, you have done every illegal act in the book to me, and you still are. So that's the special bond. You hold Great Britain hostage, too. Now then, the way you describe this young lady, Kaylee Mueller, and I don't assume that she's kin to former FBI Mueller, I guess that's how you pronounce it. God knows they've made a shambles out of my name. I'm not even allowed to say it. I have to use the dead twins' name. And as far as ransom, the Brits paid it, and that's how this country has been financed. And I heard, I believe it was Obama, say something about that the United States didn't pay for hostage because that just helped finance other countries' war games and everything. Who do you think financed NASA? It began, I was taken there 40 miles away to Mosul. And my money and the illegal treaties has allowed the United States to put its bases all over Great Britain and use it as a launching pad. So this has been done in plain sight. Now I want to get to the media. The media has always known this. Before I did about my kidnapping, I was kind of let in. I worked for doctors, and I found out in Atlanta, well, I worked in Huntsville for doctors, but in Atlanta, one of the doctors had put a chip in a heart bypass back in about 1977. And he was head of a corporation, and back then, it's so advanced now that they can program wars or reach out and get anybody they want to. They can muddle your, rearrange your memory, like I'm pretty sure was done to Brian Williams. Now then, you shouldn't be angry with yourselves, America, but with the press that has known all this. I have crawled. When I was in such terror at what was being done to me, I've told about the mind control murders, lists of them over the years, and the press won't do anything about it. They won't touch me. They won't say a thing. And if I haven't lost it here in connecting things, the phone rang, the other phone rang there. I don't know where my sons are, Mark and Scott, and they're heirs after me. So the more they commit the crimes, the more they want to hide it. So I don't know, I kind of lost it there, my train of thought with that. But it's the media. It really is. It's the producers and the directors and the media, which is probably a lot of it controlled by the Illuminati, the ones that kidnapped me, the Freemasons, and my own family, the Windsors, some of them. But, I mean, I've had them tell me, and I've heard it, that nobody tells them not to print. They choose not to. So when Scott Pelley, by the way, that's the name of one of my sons, and they used the name of my sons in these patterns, like in Tucson, Arizona, Gabby Gifford, and Mark Kelly's her husband, an astronaut, a twin to Scott Kelly. So when Scott Pelley gets up on CBS at night and says that they tell the truth and they go to the source, well, God knows, no, they don't. It would be easy. Everybody knows who I am. They say that it would rock the world if the truth were told. Well, it should be rocked. The only way any of this is going to be stopped is by telling the truth. You've bought the New World Order. That's in place. But I guess the other thing was that the statement was made, and I don't want to misquote somebody, so I'll just say that, well, everything seems to be going off here. Anyway, that fighter planes would be sent into ISIS because they killed this young girl. She's an American, so Americans are above the law. You're telling me, first of all, they fixed it so that my country can't. They've done the best they can to defend me, and they've kept me alive, and I can never repay them enough, and the Germans and some Americans. But what you're telling me is it's okay for the media to commit some crimes and delete about the mind control murders, which, by the way, do affect you, America, and about me. It's okay to kidnap me and do all these crimes and injustice and torture because you're America and you can get away with it and collect ransom. You may not pay it, but you sure collect it. So now,